Remember Guyana is a channel that covers the history, current issues, and developments in Guyana. So if you find this video interesting, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. Do you know Guyana was called British Guyana before its independence? This was so because it was a colony of the British Empire and had been so since 1840, when the Dutch formally gave up the colonies of Berbice, Essequibo, and Demerara to the British. In 1831, these three territories were united into the single colony of British Guyana. So, as we dig into the archive, we will look at a small but important part of British Guyana, and that is Water Street, Georgetown. I'm sure you all are familiar with the location of Water Street and the many commercial activities that take place there. But do you know what it looked like on January 1, 1910? What you are looking at is a vintage postcard showing Water Street in Georgetown, British Guyana. If you did not notice, this is what we now call New Year's Day. Now, if you were to count from that date to the moment this video was published, that is exactly 115 years, 8 months, and 20 days ago. Most of your grandparents were probably not yet born. The photo was taken from Popper Photo, which is one of the UK's oldest and largest independently owned image libraries. It was founded by a Czech photojournalist called Paul Popper in 1934. But this wasn't your typical New Year's Day, where persons are recovering from the traditional fireworks, church service, or party celebrations. Side note, the choice of January 1st as New Year's Day was established with the Gregorian calendar in the late 16th century, but its universal adoption varied across countries, with England, Wales, and Ireland adopting it in 1752. New Year's Day was designated as a bank holiday in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland in 1974. Back to the question of what was happening in the world around that time. Let's look at a few. The Union of South Africa was created, a major step in the region's history. In Portugal, a revolution led to the proclamation of the First Portuguese Republic. The Mexican Revolution began a significant conflict in North America. Imperial Japan annexed Korea, signaling a shift in East Asian power. The world saw the introduction of the first electric refrigerator and air conditioning unit, transforming daily life. The decade witnessed early developments in commercial aviation, with the first international air meet in the US held in Los Angeles. England cricketer on-the-hand bowler George Simpson Hayward takes 6 for the 3 on his debut with underarm lobs in the first test against South Africa in Johannesburg, a game South Africa won by 19 runs. But what was happening in Guyana around January 1, 1910? Well, the colonial economy was dominated by plantations, particularly for sugar, coffee, and cotton. Following the abolition of slavery in the British Empire, forced labor continued through indentured laborers to meet the demands of the plantation economy. But what was happening on Water Street around January 1, 1910? Georgetown was initially developed by the Dutch as a town of Stabroek. When the British took permanent control in 1803 and renamed it Georgetown in 1812, Water Street and other areas retained both Dutch and British influences. The street got its name from its function as the original river dam constructed to control the waters of the Demerara River. Water Street was a central area for business and shopping. It featured railway tracks for trains and was used by horse-drawn carts. The street was lined with buildings showcasing British and Dutch colonial architecture. This was the bustling city life under the Union Jack. Now, the photo was recreated into a high-resolution, dynamic daytime video that modernizes a historical black and white street scene from Water Street, Georgetown, British Guyana. Pedestrians are walking along the sidewalk dressed in casual modern clothing, t-shirts, jeans, and summer dresses. Some are chatting in small groups, smiling or holding iced coffees. What is happening on Water Street almost 116 years later? Water Street is still a major commercial hub of Georgetown. Some of the key landmarks, like the Stabroek Market that existed on Water Street back in 1910, still stands today. So, anytime you travel to Guyana and specifically to Georgetown, don't forget to traverse and observe what life is currently like on Water Street and reflect on all the changes that has happened since January 1, 1910, as we remember Water Street and strive to always remember Guyana. Now, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that I can continue to post more interesting videos on the history of Guyana. Drop a comment to let me know what you think about the video and your ideas on what you want to see next. If you have any archived pictures or clips you wish for me to do a video on, please send them to rememberguyana@gmail.com. I will drop a video every Saturday, so tune in next Saturday for the next video. Thanks for watching.